And we have brought you the stories of those victims turned survivors and how they escaped a life they never thought they would be caught up in. But tonight we're turning the focus to the Johns who are buying sex from women. A local deputy says that feeds this issue of human trafficking. Here's NBC 26's Juliana Falk sitting down with a Suamico man who's talking now about his one-time secret life.
From the outside, Josh Parise looked like the all-American guy, a successful businessman, father to 4 young children, and a loving husband, sitting in church every Sunday. But on the inside, Josh says he was hiding a dark secret for nearly 13 years.
I was living a double life, and I didn't realize how that selfishness just crept into every single part of my life.
Josh says he was raised in a Christian household and knew right from wrong. But in high school, he says he began feeling lust enter his life and tried to fight his temptations.
But it wasn't about a pure relationship with God. So, I would test those boundaries.
After a breakup in college, he began using pornography, thinking it would fill the emptiness he was feeling. Then he met his wife, Christy, hopeful a life with her would give him what he was missing.
And I thought, you know what, when I get married, I've never had sex before, this is all gonna go away.
But he says it didn't. So he took his desire for more to a massage parlor.
Roughly a year after we had been married, we were newly married, and it was just that continuation of that lust that was there. And I walked into a place I knew I had no place being.
Temptations mixed with shame and guilt as Josh continued seeking out women on Craigslist and paying them for sex.
Sometimes it'd be once every couple months. It could have been, once a week over a month time.
Until October of 2014, Josh was arrested for soliciting a prostitute during a sting in Green Bay. But even those closest to him didn't believe he was capable of such a crime, his wife thinking it was a joke.
So I had a choice at that point to make and to come and tell everything, come clean about everything, and I didn't.
Josh lying to his wife, saying it had only happened 1 or 2 times. He says after the arrest, he turned to prostitution a few more times. But then his wife read the arrest report and saw the truth Josh was trying to hide.
I was really angry and was just shocked by it all.
I had been wrestling with God for a long time, and I knew that it was time to stop.
The couple separated during that time, Josh living in an RV, then moving in with his parents, he says, until forgiveness filled their marriage and he moved back home, still needing to sit down with his children.
And I asked for their forgiveness. And that was one of the hardest things that I had to do. And I told them that I had lied to Mom and that she had forgiven me, but I needed to ask them for forgiveness as well.
Now, just over a year later, Josh has the pure relationship with God he's always yearned for, as well as a truthful relationship with his wife and children, while still fighting the temptation that lurks in his life every day.
Pray that someday the temptation, won't come. It might be when I pass on from this earth that I'll be free from it.
Now, he's using his own journey as an ex-John to help others fight their own temptations and find light in their darkest times.
There is hope and there is freedom and that there is victory in that and there is joy at the end.
And part of that joy for Josh is starting a new ministry on his land in Suamico to help other local men overcome their addiction and not take part in prostitution and other forms of human trafficking. Tomorrow morning on NBC 26 Today during the 6 o'clock hour, we'll show you Josh's program and how he hopes to change lives. Juliana Falk, NBC 26.